In the early 1970s, at the height of the Cold War, the CIA and the U.S. Navy pulled off one of the most audacious heists in the history of espionage. They found a secret Soviet communication cable buried in the mud of the Sea of Okhotsk, and they did the impossible. They tapped it. For a decade, the Big Ear, a massive 6-meter-long recording pod, sat on the ocean floor, capturing every secret the Soviet Navy whispered. It was called Operation Ivy Bells. It was a masterpiece of analog spying, where capturing data was as simple as wrapping a coil around a copper wire. But the world has changed. The copper wires of the 20th century have been replaced by the glass highways of the 21st. Today, 99% of all international data, your bank transfers, your private emails, and the most classified military orders travels through fiber-optic cables no thicker than a human hair. These cables don't use electricity, they use light. And light, as every physicist knows, is notoriously difficult to capture without leaving a trace. For years, experts claimed that fiber optics were untappable. They argued that any attempt to break the glass would cause a signal drop, alerting the world's security centers instantly. But in the shadows of the deep sea, the rules of physics are being challenged once again. Welcome to Trench Waters. Today, we reveal the reality of Operation Ivy Bells 2.0. The silent war for the world's data has moved from the surface to the seabed. To understand how you tap a fiber optic cable, you first have to understand what's inside. Unlike the old copper wires, there are no electrons here. Instead, data travels as pulses of laser light bouncing off the inner walls of a glass core. This is called total internal reflection. If you cut the cable, the light dies and the connection breaks. To a global bank or a military command center, this is like a massive alarm bell ringing. So, how do you steal the light without anyone noticing? The answer lies in a technique called micro-bending. Imagine a spy submarine, like the secretive USS Jimmy Carter, hovering inches above a cable at the bottom of the Atlantic. Using high-precision robotic arms, it doesn't cut the cable. Instead, it gently, almost invisibly, bends it. When you bend a fiber optic cable beyond a certain angle, a tiny amount of that laser light leaks through the cladding. It's a microscopic spill of data. By placing a hypersensitive optical sensor against the bend, the submarine can capture these leaked photons and translate them back into digital code. The loss of signal is so incredibly small that the systems on land assume it's just natural interference. It is the perfect heist. You aren't breaking into the house, you're just catching the light reflecting off the windows. But capturing the light is only the beginning. The real secret lies in the machine that carries the sensors, the most mysterious vessel in the history of naval warfare. If you were to look at the official list of the U.S. Navy's Seawolf-class submarines, you would find something strange. While most are identical, one stands out as a giant among shadows: the USS Jimmy Carter, SSN-23. Stretched nearly 100 feet longer than her sisters, she carries a secret known as the Multi-Mission Platform, or MMP. This isn't just a submarine, it's a deep-sea laboratory and a mothership for espionage. The MMP allows the Jimmy Carter to do what no other vessel can. It features a specialized hangar that can launch and retrieve advanced ROVs and combat swimmers, all while submerged hundreds of feet below the surface. More importantly, it acts as a stable floor for delicate operations. Imagine the precision required. To tap a fiber-optic cable, the submarine must hover in total silence, fighting underwater currents, while robotic arms work with the surgical accuracy of a diamond cutter. One wrong move and the cable snaps, plunging continents into darkness and exposing the mission to the world. The Jimmy Carter is designed to be a ghost. Her hull is covered in specialized sound-absorbing tiles, and her engines are mounted on massive shock absorbers to eliminate even the smallest hum. She can sit on the ocean floor, invisible to sonar for weeks at a time, slowly siphoning the world's secrets into her massive databanks. But as the USS Jimmy Carter harvests the light, a new challenge arises. How do you process the sheer volume of data being stolen? Tapping the cable is only the first step of the heist. The real challenge is the sheer volume of information. Every second, terabytes of data flow through these glass fibers. It is a digital tsunami, a chaotic flood of video calls, financial transactions, and encrypted military signals. To manage this, intelligence agencies have developed what insiders call underwater data centers. These are autonomous pods left behind on the ocean floor by the spy submarine. They are designed to sit in the freezing darkness, silently recording and filtering the data for months at a time. But there is a wall standing in their way: encryption. Even if you steal the light, the data inside is scrambled. To the average hacker, it's gibberish. But for the NSA and other global powers, this is where supercomputers and AI come into play. They aren't just looking for every email, they're looking for patterns, specific keywords, and the digital fingerprints of high-value targets. This is the ultimate game of code breaking. By collecting vast amounts of dark data over time, they can use brute force computing or quantum-ready algorithms to slowly peel back the layers of security. The ocean floor has become a literal library of stolen secrets, a place where data is harvested like grain, waiting for the spy sub to return and retrieve the pods for final analysis. The world thinks its secrets are safe behind firewalls and encryption. But in the trench waters of the 21st century, if you control the physical cable, you eventually control the truth. The question is, where is this happening right now? The search for the world's secrets has created a new map of the ocean floor. From the icy depths of the Arctic to the disputed reefs of the South China Sea, the silent front line is where the future of global power is being decided. In the east, the South China Sea is a digital minefield. As China builds its underwater Great Wall of sensors, the US and its allies must find even more creative ways to bypass the net. This isn't just about spying anymore, it's about dominance. If you can tap the cable, you can also sever it, cutting off an entire nation's economy with a single robotic snip. We live in a world that is more connected than ever, yet more vulnerable than we care to admit. The glass fibers beneath our feet are the lifeblood of civilization, but they are also the primary target in a war that most people don't even know is happening. The legacy of Operation Ivy Bells lives on, not in dusty files, but in the humming servers of spy submarines deep in the trench waters. As long as there is light in the cables, there will be ghosts in the dark trying to steal it. The truth is rarely on the surface. To find it, you have to go deep. If you want to see more forensic deep dives into the world's most classified mysteries, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Trench Waters. Your support allows us to continue investigating the truths buried beneath the waves. Turn on the notification bell so you're the first to know when we return to the abyss. Until next time, look past the surface and stay vigilant. Thank you for watching.